It is Dogpound 24/7. Thanks for tuning in. If you're new to the channel, please go ahead, take that time, hit that subscribe, hit that like, and hit that notification bell. Good evening to you all. We are here in 2021, the start of a new year. Let's just hope this year is a better year. Hopefully we can get this COVID under control, right? So we got 2020 in the rearview mirror, and let me tell you, it was a disastrous year for a lot of reasons. So let's hopefully, hope for the best. Hopefully we can get this under control and move on, right? So also I want to thank all my viewers and subscribers for your loyalty and dedication to my channel. You guys have been awesome. I truly appreciate that, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. And I also want to let you guys know that I'm going to be going live very soon. I will post a date so you guys will all know. It'll be the first time I go live, and we'll go from there. But also, if you want to make donations to the channel, you can also do that by visiting my Cash App. I'm going to leave all the information in the description box below. And all donations are truly appreciate that. And I really do. I appreciate that with all my heart. I really do. So thank you guys. Let's get right into this video. So, star Nathan Burrell of 60 Days In, 33 years old, took his own life. Indeed he did, all right? Just when you listen, you can't judge a book by its cover. We all know that. You can't do that, and that's kind of what I did at first, all right? I watched that whole season. He was my favorite, participant on there, all right? The dude had his life together. He's a Marine Corps vet, all about loving his country. I support, I love our troops. I love our military. So that kind of, that's what I was about, liking that show with him in there. So with that being said, I was kind of floored when I was just surfing through the YouTube channel on Lockdown 23-1 on Dut's channel there, and I seen he made a video when it first happened. He took his life back on Halloween. And I was floored. That's not the only thing. All right. He was also charged with prior to taking his own life, he was being charged with 5 felonies. All right. And I was floored what these felonies were about. All right. This is what he was charged with. All right. He was charged with 5 felonies. They only list a few, but he was charged with criminal sexual conduct in the 1st degree. That's pretty serious. All right. He was also charged with assault with a deadly weapon. He was also charged with assault to do great bodily harm, less than murder. Those are some pretty significant charges there. Those carry double-digit numbers. And listen, that could be a huge factor why he took his life. All right? Because he already had a sneak peek of how inmates in the county jail get treated with, I call them fucked up charges. And, he probably didn't want to deal with that, all right, for a lot of years. Right, but he did leave. I'm gonna post that too. A suicide note. Posted it on Facebook, so let everybody know. And even first sentence he says, "This is not an admission of guilt." All right, that was his first thing he said in the post. Also stated things as in, he apologized to his son. That he's not gonna be there to raise him, and he loves him. And also he went on to talk about his wife, as in he did not know who he was dealing with, who he was in love with, who he was messing with, that she was pretty much an evil person, and he couldn't believe that she did what she did to him. So it sounds like these charges are vindictive charges. That's what I like to call them. It sounds like excuse me ladies, not all women are like this, but there are women out there that get pretty vindictive when the ball ain't in their court no more. And that kind of sounds like what this is. Maybe he did do it. Maybe he didn't. I'm not saying either or. But from that suicide note, that's what it sounds like to me, that this woman was ruining his life and did some vindictive things to him and put some bogus charges on him. And listen, I have a couple different ways, I look at this. I think that he couldn't live with these charges, and maybe he's already spoken to a lawyer, and it's going to be hard to fight these charges, due to the circumstances that it is his, wife, fiance, or whatever she was, and because Because it doesn't take a lot of evidence to convict somebody with these kind of charges. It really doesn't. You know what I mean? So maybe he knew he was screwed. All right, and he knows how these people are treated behind that wall, and he couldn't live with that. And a lot of these people with these kind of charges have to go PC because they're gonna be killed. Dudes are trying to kill them type of dudes upstate. You know, so he didn't want to live like that. And probably everything else that he probably had other inner demons that he was battling, being, you know, he was in active duty in the war and all that. You know, so who knows? All right, but you know, on Halloween, what happened was he posted it roughly at 2:30 p.m. All right, and family and friends must have got wind of that, seen it, called the authorities. The authorities, you know, pinged his phone, got a location of roughly where he was at. He was driving around in a white Ford Escape, and the hunt was on, looking for him. You know what I mean? So, you know, not too long after, they ended up coming in contact with him, finding him in his car. And it was a sports plaza. It was like he was in a plaza. It was like some sporting store or something of that nature. I don't know what he was doing there, but that's where he was. And when the sheriff's deputy pulled up on him, Nate got out of the vehicle with a rifled scope, all right, and had it tucked under his chin, all right. And then, you know, the officer was saying some things to him, and, you know, he ended up getting back in his vehicle and taking off. The sheriff ended up following in pursuit. Not a high-speed chase, nothing like that. That wasn't stated anywhere in the police report. And so the sheriff followed him, you know, cutting through a residential neighborhood, down some streets, and they ended up coming to this place right here, the Pizza Hut. It looks like a little Pizza Hut on some little main street in a village, Allegan, Michigan. This is where this took place. And again, he got out of the vehicle with his rifled scoped under his chin, tucked under his chin, and for about roughly an hour, negotiators were trying to talk him down, you know, and he just wasn't having it. So Nate ended up taking his own life right there in front of everybody. I'm sure there was hella witnesses and people watching this, and God forbid there were kids there, because let me tell you, witnessing something like that, that's pretty tragic right there. You know, that can traumatize a kid, let alone a lot of adults. So he ended up taking his life right there in front of that Pizza Hut, and that was it. And it's sad because, you know, we'll never know the truth. We'll never know, because he was supposed to answer. He was supposed to be arraigned on November 9th, all right? And he ended up taking his life on Halloween, October 31st. So we'll never know. We'll never know, because we didn't get to see him fight, you know, the courts and go through with the whole how operation works there. And then it's frustrating. It angers me. You know what I mean? I didn't personally know this guy, but I put a lot of, you know, invested time into watching him on television, and, you know, dude seemed like, you know, he had everything going for him, all right? And then you find this out. It's just a little, it sucks hearing that, you know what I'm saying? I don't like hearing people taking their own life. To me, honestly, it's a coward way out. It really is. But I'm not going to sound like a hypocrite, because back when I was battling my demons, I thought about it myself. I've thought about taking my own life. So, at a really bad place in my life at one time. So it's just, you know, it sucks hearing that. It is what it is. And, you know, hopefully people can learn from this. Don't, you know, there's help out there. You know, regardless of your situation, it is not worth taking your own life. I mean, unless it's all that bad and you just feel there's no other choice, I guess. But maybe that's how he was feeling, you know, because, you know, by his suicide note, you know, stating them things, he must have really loved this woman, and she really did some things to him and sent him off on the deep end. You know what I mean? He couldn't deal with it no more, the pain he was going through. He mentioned that, you know, so it sucks. But that's how it all went down, you know, and couldn't believe he was charged with that. So I thought I'd share that with you. And I know it's old news, but it's new news to me, and it might be for some people. But let me know what you guys think about it in the comments below. Leave your comments. I'll respond to them. What do you think? Why do you think he took his life? Do you think it was because of the charges? Do you think it was a mixture of a lot of different things? What do you guys think? Leave some comments, and we'll talk about it. So you guys know how I end these videos. please hit that subscribe, hit that like, and hit that damn notification bell. Also, people, stay safe, stay free, and stay corona free. Please, people, wear your masks. Everybody be safe. Have a great start to your year, and we'll get through this, people. Good night. See ya.